学而篇一。子曰：学而时习之，不亦说乎？有朋自远方来，不亦乐乎？人不知而不愠，不亦君子乎？ The master said, "To learn and at due times to review what one has learned, isn't that a pleasure? To have friends come to you from afar, isn't that delightful? To feel no discontent when others do not know you, isn't that what is expected of a gentleman?" 学而篇二。有子曰：其为人也孝悌，而好犯上者，鲜矣；不好犯上，而好作乱者，谓之有也。君子务本，本立而道生，孝悌也者，其为人之本与？Yu Zi said, "If people behave well towards their parents and elder brothers, few will show a disposition to resist their superiors. And as for such men starting a revolution, no instance of it has ever occurred. It is upon the fundamentals that a gentleman works. When the fundamentals are firmly set up, rules and virtues come into being. Filial piety and fraternal love are certainly the root of benevolence." 学而篇三。子曰：巧言令色，鲜矣仁。The master said, "Clever talk and a pretentious manner have little to do with benevolence." 学而篇四。曾子曰：吾日三省吾身，为人谋而不忠乎？与朋友交而不信乎？传不习乎？ 曾子 said, "There are 3 points on which I examine myself daily. Have I been conscientious in working for others? Have I been truthful in my intercourse with my friends? Have I practiced what I was taught?" 学而篇五。子曰：道千乘之国，敬事而信，节用而爱人，使民以时。The master said, "In ruling a state of 1,000 war chariots, the ruler should attend strictly to business, punctually observe his promises, economize in expenditure, show affection to his subjects, and use the labor of peasantry only during the slack season of the year." 学而篇六。子曰：弟子入则孝，出则悌，谨而信，泛爱众，而亲仁，行有余力，则以学文。The master said, "A young man should behave well to his parents at home and to his elders abroad. He should be cautious but truthful. He should have charity in his heart for all men, but seek the intimacy of the virtuous. If, when all that is done, he has energy to spare, then let him study literary culture." 学而篇七。子夏曰：贤贤易色，是父母能竭其力，是君能治其身。与朋友交，言而有信。虽曰未学，吾必谓之学矣。子夏 said, "If a man can appreciate moral worth and disengage from sensual passion, can put forth his utmost strength to serve his parents and lay down his life to serve his prince, can speak sincerely in his intercourse with friends, though he is said to be uneducated, I would certainly say that he is." 学而篇八。子曰：君子不重则不威，学则不固，主忠信，无有不如己者，过则勿惮改。The master said, "If a gentleman is frivolous, he will lose the respect of his inferiors and the firm ground upon which he can build up his education. First and foremost, he must learn to be faithful to his superiors and to keep his promises. He should not make friends with his inferiors, and if he finds he has made a mistake, then he must not be afraid of correcting it." 学而篇九。曾子曰：慎终追远，民德归后矣。曾子 said, "When the funeral rites of the parents are properly handled and ancestors remembered, the common people will learn to be more and more honest, and the morality of the common people may reach the highest point." 学而篇十。子禽问于子贡曰：夫子至于是邦也，必闻其政，求之于，亦与之于。子贡曰： 夫子温良恭俭让以得之，夫子之求之也，其诸异乎人之求之与？子禽 asked 子贡, saying, Whenever our master comes to any new state, he is sure to find out all about its administration. Does he seek the information himself, or is it voluntarily offered? 子贡 replied, Our master gets it through his gentleness, his kindness, his courtesy, his frugality, and modesty. His way of discovery seems quite different from that of others, doesn't it? 学而篇11子曰：父在，观其志；父莫，观其行。3年无改于父之道，可谓孝矣。The master said, While his father lives, observe a man's ambition. When his father dies, observe his actions. If for a long time a man does not change from the way of his father, he may be called filial. 学而篇12有子曰：礼之用，和为贵。先王之道，斯为美。小大由之。有所不行，知和而和，不以礼节之，亦不可行也。Yu Zi said, In carrying out the rites, it is harmony that is prized. This is what is so fine in the ways of our early kings. In all affairs, whether big or small, they followed this principle. But when this rule is no longer applicable, it is not necessary to stick to it only for the sake of it. The restraints of other rules and rites may be necessary. 学而篇13有子曰：信近于义，亦可复也；恭近于礼，愿耻辱也。因不失其亲，亦可宗也。Yu Zi said, If your promises accord with justice, you will be able to fulfill your word. If your devotion accords with right, you will keep dishonor at bay. And if you rely on people you are on intimate terms with, you will feel safer. 学而篇14子曰：君子食无求饱，居无求安，敏于事而慎于言，就有道而正焉，可谓好学也已。The master said, A gentleman does not seek satiety at table or ease at home. He is diligent in business and cautious in speech. He turns to those with virtue and morality, and thereby corrects his own faults. Such a man may indeed be said to have a taste for learning. 学而篇15子贡曰：贫而无谄，富而无骄，何如？子曰：可也，未若贫而乐，富而好礼者也。子贡曰：诗云：如切如磋，如琢如磨，其斯之谓与？子曰：次也，始可与言诗已矣，告诸往而知来者。子贡 said, What would you say of a man who, though poor, does not flatter, though rich, is not proud? He is good enough, replied the master, but better still is the poor man who is cheerful and the rich man who is fond of rites. Tzu Gong said, Is this what is meant when it says in the book of poetry, One must be something like jade, which is first cut and carved, first chiseled and polished? The master exclaimed, With you I can now discuss the book of poetry. When I have told you what precedes, you know what follows. 学而篇16子曰：不患人之不己知，患不知人也。The master said, I am not worried that other men do not know me. I am worried that I do not know other men.